We're gonna be, yeah, it's 11 now. We're gonna call it show. There's a lot going on. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you well. Your audio is not good.
Hang on, let me go back again. I'm gonna mute this one. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Because I was playing Ogunde behind, so that's why.
Sorry?
I was playing Ogunde song behind as an interlude.
Okay, but I could not hear anything.
You couldn't hear it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now loud? I'm going to try again.
Yes, I can. Not very loud, but I can hear you.
Oh, that's odd. Can you? How about
Your
now?
volume has gone down.
How about now? How about now? Can you hear me?
Way better now.
Okay.
Better now, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. So let me just play that. Ogunde. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. So give it a few minutes. Now I'm just really. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and just welcome to the town hall meeting. I'm very happy to have.
Are you testing?
Sorry.
Are you testing? Are you testing?
Hang on. I haven't. I'm just talking to you about it. But don't worry. Have I muted myself? 1 second. Oops.
No, please. Are you testing?
No. I'm in broadcast now.
No, don't go broadcast. Wait, give it 3 more minutes. Let the music play for for a bit more minutes.
143 attendees.
Huh?
We have 143 attendees.
Yes, let it be on that. Let them grow. Let's get to like 200.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 147.
So okay, let me just check something. I think I was. So what we have now. Just trying to check this now. Let's see. Just trying to get this right in a minute. Sorry. Let it post Yoruba War Congress. Sorry, I need to find a picture. Can you send me a picture? I'm going to try and see if I can use it in my backdrop. I don't know. Yoruba.
Which picture?
Just a picture of the Yoruba War Congress. Something to do.
No, I don't. No, I was going to say the website.
Okay.
You can't take the website and leave it. I was looking for the website.
Okay.
Hello.
Yoruba War Congress.
Okay, that's right there. I'm online. Okay, thank you.
Get that right. 1 second. Congress meeting. Town hall meeting. Okay, just want to write down.
Don't worry. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah, if you can, I'll make you. Since you are panelist, you can make changes. So
no, you disabled it.
Oh, hang on.
No, you need to raise me from attendee to host.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. More, make host. There you go. Yeah, I'm making you host right now. You in?
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I get this right. So, how many people are there? There's 167 so far, 168. So we're going up. I want to just speak a view. Okay, I want to try and see participants. Okay, let me just see. Okay, people are putting their hands up. They want to talk already, but we'll wait. So we're gonna do a speech soon. Hang on, let me just see. 1 second, please. Okay. How are we doing this now? Do we wait for? We're not quite 200 yet. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Professor, can you hear me? Good morning to you all. Good morning. Professor, can you hear me? Sure. We're gonna wait for a few minutes. Good morning to you all. I'm trying to just bear with me 1 second. Yeah. Professor, can you hear me? 1 second, please. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ayogudemo Citizenay. We're about to make some announcements. We're just waiting to get to about a decent number. We're looking at, at the minute, we have 180 people. So we're looking to get to around about 200. And the broadcast will probably begin thereabouts. I'm just waiting for the hosts for the day, who will be Professor Anthony Kila. He will be the one making all the, having the discussion. He'll be leading things. I'm here to just coordinate from behind the scenes. My name is Ayo Gudemo, and we're jointly running this broadcast. 1 minute. I don't know if you guys question and answer. Somebody's got a question and answer for us. Let me just see. Okay. Type answer. Yes. Echo Jumo. Yes. Echo Jumo. Echo Jumo. Yes. Send. Yes. Okay. Answer. It was we had to make a sudden change due to the number. Increase in number, we had to go for a webinar. To massive demand. We had to make this a demand. We had to make this a webinar. We had to make this a webinar. I beg your pardon, to make this a webinar. 1 second, please. Beg your pardon, I'm just waiting for my host to join me. I'm answering some questions behind the scenes at the same time. Send. Good question. 1 second, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me just see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. I need to give you that information. I should have that information. 1 second, please. I'm trying to find it. But let me just see if we can get the professor to be on here. Hello. 1 second. Yes, 1 second. It's my time for. Where am I? All those questions will be answered. All those questions will be answered. Can you all hear me? Can you give me a nod if you can hear me? If you can hear me, good morning. We're going to start the broadcast now. I'm going to try and bring in the professor. 1 second. I'll make this small. Where's the professor? Where's the professor? No. Exit full screen. Beg your pardon. I just need to get the participant panelist. Oh, he's dropped out. I need to bring him back in. 1 second, please. Beg your pardon. You need to go back in. 1 second, please. We are waiting for Professor Kila to come back and join us. So I'm going to try and find a way. Invite. I'm going to invite Professor Kila to join us. Professor Kila, can you go in via the link again, please? Just go in via the link. We just lost Professor Kila, and we need to bring him back on. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown. Welcome morning and welcome to Oduduwa TV radio platform. This has been run on behalf of the Yoruba World Congress. Start again. Welcome to the Yoruba World Congress Town Hall meeting. Welcome to the Yoruba World Congress Town Hall meeting. We're happy to have made it here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ayo Gudemu, and I head the Oduduwa TV radio. We do a lot of broadcasts via Facebook currently, but we have a website that is ongoing at the minute. We're trying to make sure we transmit both on radio and on TV. We're actually sourcing the funds to get the radio station in London. So that's a bit about myself. This event is organized by the Secretary General, Professor Kila. I'm waiting for him to come back and join us in. I'll send him the link. I want to make sure he's got the link. I want to make sure he's got the link. Now, just a brief thing. It's organized by him, and it's been streamed on Oduduwa TV radio and on Heritage TV. So a bit about Professor Kila. Let me just give you a little bio about him. 1 second, I just saw that now. Okay, so this is more about his professional side, if you like. He's an international director of studies at the European Center of Advanced and Professional Studies. He's a regular commentator on the BBC and columnist with National Mirror. He has articles, essays also published in various other news outlets. Anthony studied in Cambridge, London, Perugia, and Suffolk. He's graduated with first-class degree in political science and later specialized in scholar of political anthropology. He's taught in variety of colleges and universities in Cambridge, Ipswich, Leeds, London, Perugia, and Siena. He's worked as a banker and in the City of London, later as a project management consultant. He's an expert in internationalization and joint ventures, and he has worked on various international projects across the globe. As a political analyst and advisor, he has worked with many organizations in Europe and Commonwealth countries. So that's a brief rundown on Professor Kila's resume. It's just a quick rundown. Ladies and gentlemen, just 1 second. I'm just waiting for him to come back with us. He should be joining us. Now we are in 2:30. Now, going forward, I want to quickly state this again. We also will be hearing from our esteemed Professor Banji Akintoye. I'm just waiting. I can't go ahead without bringing in Professor Kila. How can we bring him back in? Where do I find him? With me, we're waiting for the professor to come back in. Just bear with me. He's dropped the link. This does happen, but just give us a few minutes. The broadcast is going to be going on. Yes, Amaso Binu. Yes, yes. Amaso Yoruba. A kàn fẹ́ kí àwọn elétò, àwọn olórí elétò a fẹ́ kàn wọlé, a fẹ́ káwọn olórí elétò kan padà wọlé náà ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ Yorùbá. Ẹ má bínú. Should I send him a link again? Bring in Professor Kila. The issue is that sometimes these things happen. We are on a broadcast. We're trying to keep to time, but please bear ẹjọ́ ẹ má bínú. A fẹ́ ṣe lásìkò. Àmọ́ ṣé mọ̀ pé à ń ṣe kí ni gbogbo àgbáyé lọ́nà máa ń wọlé sí àti lé ní ọgọ́rùn-ún méjì. Iná ń pè ní igba àti mẹ́fàlélọ́gbọ̀n. La jẹ́nsì ẹ má ẹjọ́ ẹ mú sùúrù fún wa à ń retí kan padà wọlé ẹ jẹ́ n sáré pè wọ́n kí n mọ ibi tó wà ẹ má bínú. I'm just trying to a máa ṣe nípa ètò tèní a fẹ́ a dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń dìde láti wá bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ láti wá bára dá sínú ètò tá dálẹ̀ yìí ètò náà dẹ̀ ni òun là ń ṣe yìí ẹ jẹ́ n wò náà ń bọ̀ can we just call him because I think he's yeah I know. Yeah, we just muted. I kàn pa audio jọ nísìnyí. A pa ohun yẹn nísìnyí. A fẹ́ sáré bá professor sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ẹ má bínú. Okay, switch off. Okay, we're back on. Yes, we're happy to say Professor Kila is back. It's a network issue, but these things do happen. Hello, Professor Kila. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I've done a bit. Ati polo windy. Alo sorongpa ntati ni pa beshe di professor nkobe ati saladi fun. We've spoken a little bit about your bio. And we've given like a brief idea of what the theme is about. So would like you, I will hand over to you on this. Hang on, before I go ahead, please 1 second. 1 second, please.
Yes.
Thank you. I will make. I'm going to hand over to you. I hope people can you all hear me, please? I want to be sure before.
I won't know. Oh, show of hand, yes.
Show of hand, please. Show of hand. Let me know if you can hear me. Let the numbers go up if you can hear us loud and clear.
Yes, yes, I can see a lot of yes.
Good, good. Okay, now let me just do something. Save and open, download, open. Now I'm going to just quickly go through. I want to read through with you all the agenda. The agenda. No. Yes, is that okay?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so the agenda briefly. The theme is towards the Yoruba prosperity. That's the theme, and the agenda is what I've done before. I've welcomed welcome you all to the town hall. I've welcomed you all to the meeting, and giving you a brief update on what's going to happen. And also, I've told you about the host being Professor Anthony Kila. Later on, Professor Banji Akintoye, our esteemed leader, will be on the panel as well. So we are working on that. With that said, the next thing we'll be doing is I'll be handing over to the Secretary General, Professor Kila, at this point. Over to you.
Good morning, everybody. A very delightful morning to everybody. I am very happy to speak to everybody today. And it's a great thing that we're here today. A máa sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì àti èdè Yorùbá papọ̀ ni nítorí nǹkan méjì. Ìpàdé tá à ń ṣe ní ìpàdé gbogbo ayé ni. We have people from over 20 countries, from 5 continents. We have people of various generations bounded together by this great identity of being Yoruba. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa ló máa lédè ló máa màṣà ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wọn lọ́gbọ́n sìn a dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ lé wọn sẹ́yìn. A ní àwọn èèyàn tán wà ní oríṣiríṣi ìlú. Gbogbo wọn kọ́ ló ń sọ Yorùbá, gbogbo wọn ló máa kọ́ ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wọn kọ́ ló gbọ́n sìn. Nítorí bẹ́ẹ̀ a máa múra wa sí a máa kọ́ gbogbo àwọn èdè wa papọ̀ ni. The meeting of today is a meeting of circumstance. We're here together in a town hall meeting that is allowing everybody to come together, or more people to come together, because few people could not come together. I say this because the spirit of the Yoruba World Congress is to turn difficulties into opportunities. We are people of enterprise. We are people of initiatives. So when we had lockdown, we said, we're going to use technology to continue to meet and to deliberate. Why not get the whole world together? And I'm very happy today that in deciding to get everybody together, we have participants, and you know yourself, participants are residents in the United Kingdom, the USA, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, Australia, South Africa, Ghana. Now, if I've not mentioned your country, pardon me and write it there. Everybody can actually start writing where they're joining us from. And of course, Nigeria, can you imagine that? I left out Nigeria. And of course, people from Nigeria. So this is a big town hall meeting. We had registered online over 1,700 participation. Yes, South Africa, I read you. UAE, Canada, Portugal, I read you. I read Yinka from United Emirates of Arabs, Dubai. I read Oluwakemi from Brazil. I read Victoria from Austria. I see Olushola from Netherlands. I see people from the UK, from Texas, USA, from Manchester, from Luxembourg, from Nigeria. I can read all of you, and I welcome everyone. Oh, somebody from Oduwa Republic, where we all are. I see another person from Dubai, from California, from Wales, Washington. Thank you very much. Now, let me, as I thank you for joining us, it's a great day. This is a historical event. I do not think any town hall meeting has had people, so much people, and some so different corners of the world together. This is beautiful. I see somebody from Italy there. We thank you very much. And let me, before going ahead, Let me take time to thank our members that organized this. Citizen AY, you have seen, it looks like Yoruba Father Christmas with his face there. You saw him talking. We have from the USA, Erelu Titulolala, who's going to be speaking later on. We have Mr. Paul Oni from Nigeria. We all work together to put these things together. People spend their idea, time, and energy to put it together. I say a very big thank you. We must go ahead to know who we are as members of the Yoruba World Congress. The Yoruba World Congress is an umbrella body of over 100, and that is growing, groups across the world of Yoruba groups of various interests, political, economical, cultural, and professional groups all come together to be under this great umbrella of the Yoruba World Congress. We have individuals, little and big, professionals, accomplished citizens, men of business, women of great achievement, and individuals growing to join us. It is my view, and I'm sure I speak for the whole leadership of Yoruba World Congress, that every Yoruba person anywhere in the world is a member of the Yoruba World Congress. The only difference is that some of us have activated our membership, others have not activated it. That is just the difference. By being a Yoruba person alive, you're automatically a member of the Yoruba World Congress. All you need to do is to participate more, to see what you can contribute and how you can influence our great destiny. It is the beginning of a new dawn for Yoruba people. Yes, I see from Celia in Spain. Thank you. It is the beginning of a new dawn for Yoruba people. For long, we have appeared confused and not united. This new group, this Congress, with the leadership, perceives itself to grow into unity and the prosperity of our people. We are guided by three major E's. We're engaging people, we're empowering them, and we're educating them. And our idea is for us to grow as individuals and as group. There is no doubt about it. Our destiny has not been well achieved in Nigeria as it is today. A lot of people are not happy the way things are, but we are not rancorous people. We're not people of hatred. We're cosmopolitan, accommodating people, and we plan everything we do. Those in charge of this planning are working very hard. And you're going to hear today from our leader who is going to show us this right way to prosperity. Because you see, everything we do as a people is not out of hatred, out of envy. We're not hustlers. We're not looking for position. We're not fighting for recognition. We do not have any psychological scar. We are people of great tradition. What we want is peace and prosperity. And we shall go forward this morning, for those of you who have not been participating in our meeting before, to share from the mouth of our leader this path to prosperity as we look at it. The Yoruba World Congress is led by a man you all know, and if you don't know him, there's something wrong. By now, we should all know that. The Congress is led by leadership, accomplished people. We're going to be hearing from them today. The main address we're going to hear is going to be from our leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, who shall be introduced to everybody soon. We shall also have the opportunity to meet members of the Leadership Council who are here with us. I recognize the presence of Chief Tola Adeniyi. I recognize the presence of Dr. Amos Akimba. Our directors are all here with us as well, and all the secretaries who are working. As we go along, we shall get to know more of them. And whilst we do this, by the way, we can actually know more by visiting our website, where most of us have registered for this event. On that website, we can see who we are, what we have the opportunity of contributing our ideas, our time, and our resources for the greatness of Yoruba people. We're getting ready for the advice of the leader, and I introduce him because we must do so, but I'm assuming we all know him. Our leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, known simply as Professor Banji Akintoye, or Baba, as we call him, is an accomplished academic. He was a PhD in history, and he was a professor of history at the universities of Ibadan. He has taught in many universities abroad as well, including University of South Florida, Montgomery Community College, Eastern University, St. David, Pennsylvania. He has written a series of books, and another one is coming on very soon. And in the early days, he started his political journey with the state chief Obafemi Awolowo. He has worked for decades for the improvement of Nigeria. He was an active member of the action group, worked directly with Obafemi Awolowo, and he was a senator in 1979 to 1983. But above all, he's a passionate, generous Yoruba leader. We shall be hearing from him today, and after that, we shall go ahead to interact with questions and answers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on board Professor Banji Akintoye. Lordy.
I'm got him yet. I'm got carry on talking, please.
Okay, he's not there yet. Okay, you're setting him up, yes. So whilst we wait for Prof to come on, I continue to see posting of people. I think that's a good thing. Yeah, we have South Africa. We've seen South Africa before, but I see South Africa in. Where was this? So I read some of the comments that we're getting on as we go along. So yes, please let's welcome your comment and let's have that. Shegun wants us to have a meeting with the governors of Western Nigeria. Thank you very much. We shall do that. I read you. I read some other comments from some from you. Yes.
Continue to read. I've tried to get him. I can't.
Okay, you're trying to get Baba in. Yes.
Yes.
He will come on. It's all right. It's all right. We go. Let's keep sharing things with us as well.
Yes.
Oh yes. Somebody says he wants all Yoruba experts to have yearly and quarterly meeting. It is in the plan. I think the person who said so is an interested but not activated member, because yes, we have monthly meetings. I use this opportunity to announce that, and we have quarterly meetings. Thank you very, very much, Michael, for clapping for Professor Akintoye, who is going to join us very soon. Yes, somebody tells me I've not mentioned Portugal. I'm sorry. Welcome from Portugal. Yes. A big welcome from the person in Portugal. You're welcome, Comrade Alao. Yes. Can we bring it out of Nigeria? Well, we shall move. We are people of peace. We work for our parity wherever. From Turkey, apologies. From Sierra Leone, and is an active member. Come to our Babaoluwa Seun Akinware, who's an active member from Sierra Leone. Yes. Yeah, we welcome you. I see you. What registration procedure to be a full member? Says Olufemi. You simply go on the website and you click join us. That is the procedure. Very simple. My Jimmy Awoshika is there. I see you. A big applaud. Yes. Reverend from the UK. That is we're catching up here. I say hello to you as well. How do you become a member? Idowu Mayowa. Click on the website and you click on join us. You fill the form there and you become a member. That is how to do it. Thank you very much. Let's keep acting till AY gets Baba on, and that is fine. Thank you, Shegun, yes, for the background history. If you have more questions, we shall be happy to do that. Yes. Again, to join on the website, just click on join us. The website is yorubaworldcongress.org. I should place that here. We should know it. yorubaworldcongress.org. And that should help everybody. I'm placing it on the chat for everybody to see. Oladipo Favor, yes, you can activate your membership by going to the website. I think I should just put that join us page straight away. But it'll be good to have an idea of it as well. We want members to participate. We need your idea, your energy, and your time.
Now, take the picture off. Make him come.
He can.
So it's a project for everybody.
He's ready. He's ready now. I think he's ready now.
Yes.
He's ready to join us. Yes.
Baba is ready to join us. So, ladies and gentlemen, from all over the world, yes, I have seen Poland.
Just leave it.
I have seen France. Thomas from London, I can see you. I see from Canada, thank you very much. We can see everybody. We should now use the floor. Very town hall meeting. I'm not sure anything like this has been done before. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me our leader, the esteemed Professor Banji Akintoye. Good morning, sir.
Ekaro. Good morning, everybody.
Sir.
I'm happy to be with you. It's a new day for the Yoruba nation. We started from very early being a great people. We were the only urbanized, really thoroughly urbanized people on the African continent for many, many centuries before the white man came. When the first Europeans came to the coast of West Africa in the 15th century, in about 1470 AD, we were already a copiously urbanized nation. And we were one of the most urbanized nations in the world. We were great traders. Our traders were all over Africa, all over what is now called West Africa, along the coast of West Africa, into the interior through the land of the Kanuri on the Lake Chad to the land of the Upper Niger, what is now Sudan and South Sudan, and then the countries of the Congo Republic and Central African Republic. The Yoruba trading diasporas that grew up in those places are still there today. We are a great people. And when the white man came in the 19th century bringing Christianity and schools, the fact that we lived in big cities made it possible for us to advance, to benefit from the new transformation much more quickly than any other part of Africa. With the result that by the 1860s, we already had schools in most of our towns. And we were already sending some of our graduates of those schools to Europe for university education. And many of them were already coming back. And we were already having a growing class of university graduates and professionals, doctors, lawyers, engineers, pharmacists, writers, name it. Some of them scholars who just wanted to research and write. And we began to have researches in our history and culture and books published in our history and culture. In 1914, when the British joined us with these other peoples to create a country called Nigeria, we were the only really educated people in that country. And all the people, Nigerians who were qualified to be employed in the civil service of the administration of the colonial government were Yoruba. We had started a Yoruba cultural nationalist movement in the 19th century. in the 1890s. And what later became known as Nigerian nationalism developed out of our Yoruba cultural nationalism. We are a great people by any measure, and we have shown it as part of Nigeria. We have given so much to Nigeria. We have made Nigeria more or less, we have brought Nigeria up to be advanced to the level that it is today. We were, schools did not come into most parts of Nigeria until the 1920s. And no other Nigerian people produced a university graduate until the middle 1930s, by which time many Yoruba families were already producing the third generation of their university graduates. So, and we gave all of that to Nigeria. We started the first free primary education program on the African continent. And we exerted, I tell you, we exerted a lot of energy, resources, and intellect in trying to persuade the rest of Nigeria to accept that education is the birthright of every Nigerian child. It didn't work. The fact that it didn't work in some places are now producing the results that we are seeing. We are the people who stood always in the forefront to say, let us develop, let us move forward. We did everything, we brought everything in. When most of Nigeria was being racked by religious conflicts, we were the one people who stood firm and upheld our tradition of religious tolerance and harmony. We were also the people who opened the doors of our cities. We are very, very, we welcome people into our land. And we let people come into our cities and prosper in our cities. We gave all of that to Nigeria, but Nigeria has done us a lot of evil, as you all know. We are not the type who will complain and make noises in the streets about what we have suffered, but we know we have suffered. There has been a deliberate attempt since British times to resist us, to stop the Yorubas, as they used to call it. The reason is that the British came and found us not the typical black people that colonial authorities were finding in other parts of Africa, that the British were finding in other places. We were educated. One of the officials who served in the British government in Nigeria later wrote a memoir, and he said in that memoir that we Yoruba are the only black people who never treated the white man like gods. That while other Africans could not look the white man in the eyes, even the small Yoruba child playing along the road, if he saw a white man passing, would come running up to him and touch him and say, "Hello, Yimbo," as if being a white man was a freak. That is who we are. We are people of confidence, of culture, of prosperity, of the enterprising spirit. And we brought all of that into Nigeria, but we have been dragged down as a result of the opposition in Nigeria. The opposition to our eminence, the opposition to our enterprising spirit, the opposition to our civilization. And so here we are today. We have reached a point at which most of our people now want their own country. And that's not a bad thing to have, to want. In fact, it's a noble thing to desire. But I believe that we Yoruba will have the cultural and the human capabilities to get it done without rancor or bitterness or fighting the streets of bloodshed. We are Yoruba. And when I say that, I mean that we are a great people. Being Yoruba is a great thing in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, children of Oduduwa, we, the Yoruba World Congress, jumped into this trouble of the Yoruba nation. Our fathers have been fighting because in recent years, because all the power, all the resource control in Nigeria has been concentrated in the hands of the federal government, and that has meant that the people in control of the federal government have been able to do us a lot of harm. So, and not only we, but other nationalities that do not belong to the group that control the power in Abuja. So our elders have been fighting for what they call restructuring. But one thing is clear now, that restructuring will never happen, because if people hold power, will never let the power go. Another thing about restructuring is that even if we let it go, does that keep certain things away from our land? In the past 4 years, our land has been perpetually invaded by people whom we thought were just cattle herders, but whom we later discovered from our research that they are really the advanced guard of an army of occupation of our land. The objective is to drive us from our land and take our land from us. And we are not saying this because we want to excite our people, incite our people. No, we are saying because we know that it is true. We have found out in our researches. In fact, it's no longer secret. The people themselves are saying it. They say we are coming to kill, to maim, to destroy, and to banish you from your land. And so they have been coming, killing farmers in the farmlands, raping and killing women, destroying houses and villages, destroying farms. It is not the cows alone that destroy farms. We have clear information, well-preserved information, that the herdsmen themselves take part in destroying farms, dig up yams and cut them into pieces and throw them around, or dig up cassava, cut them to pieces, or go into a tomato farm and just ravage it. Cows don't eat tomato leaves. Or go to a palm tree plantation and just set fire to it. We have videos of such situations. So it is not people wanting grassland for their cow. It is people coming to destroy. And our farmers are fleeing from farming in large numbers. We are already being faced with a very serious danger of food shortage, of food scarcity, of food insecurity in our southwest. Yeah, so our people are saying, even if we do restructuring, which means that we go back to how we were being ruled in the 1950s by Chief Awolowo, does that keep these people away from our land? It doesn't. And so more and more of our people are now saying, we get out. We find a way to create our own country. And there is nothing criminal about that. What is criminal is to go into the streets and begin to fight and cause mayhem. And so our message to our young people is, you don't do that. You are Yoruba. We have the human and the cultural capabilities to get what we want. The international laws give us the right to demand our own country. The laws of the United Nations, the laws of the African Union, the conventions and instruments of the United Nations and the African Union give us total freedom to demand to have our own country. The Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People says of us that we have, it's not that we have a right to have, that we have our own self-determination and that we have the right to determine our own status in the world. But we are not allowed to go and cause trouble and attempt to succeed in a peremptory way to lead to trouble. We won't do that either, but we will get what we want. We have, I repeat, we have the cultural and the human material to get it done decently and peacefully. But while we are doing that, while our people are preparing for that, while many organizations are emerging among us to attend to one aspect of that or other, the Yoruba World Congress has given its attention to a number of essentials. One is that our youth are roaming around the streets years after graduating from university. Many of them are running away abroad. Some are so desperate, in fact, that they attempt to reach Europe by going through the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean Sea. And many of them are dying in the sea or in the desert. A group of them were brought back by the instrumentality of some international agency and brought to Nigeria, and one church in Nigeria accepted to take care of them, or 300 of them, I think. And I was invited by that church to come and talk to them. I addressed them. I tried to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel that this is their home, and so on and so forth. And the church gave them a lot of gifts, money and materials and so on. It was very good, very, very good of that church. But when we then began to interact, when I began to interact with these young people, many of them told me, we are going back, sir. We are going back to where we came. We would rather die in the desert than come and die in the poverty and hopelessness of Nigeria. That's what is happening to our young people. And we cannot allow that to continue to happen. So we in the Yoruba World Congress sat down and decided to do what we call youth empowerment. It's a program in two parts. The first part we can do ourselves. The second part the government will do. The first part is that we will encourage our young people to look around them and see opportunities around them. Take hold of the opportunity and use the opportunities to change, to transform their lives. And believe me, we've been preaching this among our young people. My usual message is, don't think you have to run away before you can improve your life. Your own country, the Yoruba homeland, has opportunities that can build you up. Open wide your eyes and see the opportunities. Take hold of anyone that appeals to you and work with it. And never, never quit. That is briefly my message. It's all over the internet. There. My message to Yoruba people. And Yoruba people are responding. I will tell you one or two success stories. A group of young men in the Abeokuta area, strong members of our organization, went, and there are a lot of abandoned opportunities in Yoruba land. Some of the creations of the Awolowo government are just abandoned everywhere. Rubber plantations, palm tree plantations, fruit plantations. I have visited almost every one of these places since I returned to Nigeria a few years ago. The Apogee citrus plantation, from which fruits were harvested to create a juicing factory in Ibadan, Lafia canning factory, with the Lafia hotel next door to it. I've been there. It's all abandoned. Nobody's doing anything about it. The farm itself, from which the citrus was coming, is also in the bush. Nobody is harvesting anything from it. The great rubber plantation that the Awolowo government created in Araromiobu on the way between Shagamu and Ore, it used to be the largest rubber plantation of the African continent. It is there wasting away. Nobody is doing anything with it. Many farm settlements that the Awolowo government created in the 1950s, small ranches, all sorts of things, they are all wasting away and nobody is doing anything about them. So what we are saying to our young people is the opportunities are here. Go to the government, ask for permission to take part of this, and you can prosper with it. So fortunately, because there is not much interest in such things anyway among the people who have been ruling us for many decades. So many of the young people have been able to take some of the hold of some of these properties and begin to create a business for themselves. I will tell you this story of the people, of the young people, of our young men, my sons from Abeokuta. There has been a palm tree plantation, a very large one, near their village for a long time. When they were growing up as children, they used to go to see the plantation, and nobody had done anything about it. A local university once took some interest in it, but then abandoned it again. So they went and found out how could they get possession of it. So they were given possession of it, and they immediately cleared the bush from the plantation. And they discovered that there was a palm oil production machine in the plantation. So they invited ordinary mechanics from the city of Abeokuta to come and help them clean it up. And they cleaned it up, hired labor to climb the palm trees and produce and bring down palm nuts. And then they began to produce very good quality palm oil. When they had started, they held a big ceremony to show what they were doing. I was the Baba of the day, and everybody was all around me. It was a very emotional day for me to see my young people prospering the way they are prospering. They were producing oil, and they were already planning to enter into oil exporting, palm oil exporting. But also there was some land around the farm, which was also part of the plantation. And so they have now incorporated a company. They came to me. They said, Baba, we want to incorporate a company. And we want it to be that it is you who give us the money to do things. We have the money, but we want it to be done with your money. So I said, how much is your lawyer asking for to do it for you? They told me the amount. So I found the money and I gave it to them. So now they have incorporated a company, and they are thinking of a big agri-business enterprise. That is a big success. We are already writing a brochure about that team. Far away from Abeokuta in Ado-Ekiti, a group of young men under a young man whose name is Praise is also creating a similar thing. Not far from Ado-Ekiti, there is a large farm estate that Chief Awolowo's government created. Now I have asked the governor to please give them some of the land. The governor has agreed. And so now they are working at it. There are so many like that. Our fathers, but the Nigerian governments of 1966 to now have done everything to depress and destroy those opportunities. For instance, cocoa. Chief Awolowo found a way to create a confidence in the cocoa farmer by arranging for proper cocoa marketing in the world. When they abolished the Western Nigeria Cocoa Marketing Board and created what they called the Nigeria Cocoa Marketing Board and put somebody from the north who had never seen a cocoa tree as chairman of it. Naturally, the cocoa marketing board just perished. And Nigeria, in fact, ceased to be a major exporter of cocoa in the world. Now we are encouraging our people going to the bush, take the land. There is a new cocoa brand that you can plant this year and begin to harvest cocoa 2 years from now and become a comfortable person. And part of what we are going to be doing is to help to create a new marketing system that will help our people. Those are the kinds of things that the Yoruba World Congress is thinking about. Then the next, the philosophy behind this youth empowerment is some experience that I had in the 1970s. When the Federation of Malaysia became independent in about 1960 or so, it was a federation. And one of the states in the federation was a small island called Singapore. Singapore was so terribly poor, had nothing. And the young people there were always rioting and committing crime. And the government of Singapore, of Malaysia then said, let them go. So they released them. The man to whom it fell to make the announcement to Singapore that day, many of you would know him, Lee Hyun Yu, whom I have met once or twice. He died a couple of years ago. He was weeping on the radio as he was announcing to his people, we've been expelled. So what are we going to do now? And yet, by 1975, Singapore was being rated as one of the most successful economies in the world. And how did they do it? The United Nations was calling Singapore Asia's success model. So Chief Awolowo asked me to go there in 1976 when we were planning the UPA. And I went to Singapore and I saw what had happened there. And I came back and wrote a report. And I said to Papa, we Yoruba can do this even better than the people of Singapore. We are a richer, better educated, stronger people. We've never been able to do it, but we now believe that that's the way to go. And we are going to persuade our governors to embark upon it. We want to show them success. We already have success to show them in encouraging our youth to turn around from working in the streets and go and start some little enterprises of their own. Now, we are going to get our governments, and with the help of all of you from abroad, we need to get our governments to embark, to accept this as a viable project for the Yoruba nation. It has nothing to do with Nigeria, just the Yoruba nation, that's all. It's a program in 3 parts. The first is to create institutions, not particularly schools or anything, just shacks, to train young people in job skills. Then those who show that they want to use their skills to start businesses of their own, then you create another kind of institution for teaching entrepreneurial skills. Then, in order to help young people who are coming out and creating their own businesses, you create a system of business support, loans, mentoring, advice, and so on and so forth. That's what Singapore did. Skills, job skills for everybody. Everybody had a job. and then you give them a very thorough training in job ethic. To work for him is your friend, and you should help him to grow. And you help him to grow, he prospers, you prosper with him. And it became very well known all over the world that Singapore youths were very good employees. You take your investment there or your business there, they will help you to make it prosper. And people began to rush businesses to Singapore. I've seen Singapore again since then. In 1982, I went to see Singapore in the company of my friend, late Senator Larry Adeshina. Yes, we Yoruba can do it, and we can do it better than Singapore did, because we are a bigger, richer, stronger nation. We are a much more educated nation than Singapore was in the 1960s. That's one of our projects. That's our main project, really. But we have other projects, and I will, if you ask me questions, I will talk more about those things. But I feel that I'm talking a little too much. I should give you a chance to ask me questions. I want to go back a little before I stop to the question of our status in the world. The message I'm getting from all and sundry, from market women, from young men in the streets, from mechanics and organizers, from ubbers and chiefs.
Thank you very much, sir.
Is that we need to get out and replan our life. By the grace of God, we are going to find some peaceful, sophisticated, educated way to get ourselves out. Thank you very much. So I can answer your question.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, are you okay with
that?
So what do we do? So
thank you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
No, is me?
Can you hear
yes,
me?
thank you very much. But thank you very much, our dear leader. Yes, sir. It's always a joy to hear you. We're going to move into interaction time and question time. We have, for some reason, Chief Tola Adeni, I think.
Okay.
Tola Adeni, that he's there. You had him that you took him.
Oh, did I? He's still here.
You had him there.
Dr. Akingba there.
No, but he's not on the panel list. And yes, and Dr. Amos Akingba.
So sorry.
Those
Dr. Amos Akingba. Okay, 1 second. Bear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, you had me? Yes, you had Akoguntola Adeni. I'll write it to you, pick it up. Okay. Now, we thank you very much, sir, for your intervention. Let me use this opportunity to remind everybody again that to join us, you need to go to the website, yorubaworldcongress.org, and click on join, activate your membership there. Abbas very clearly explained to us is to gather and empower ourselves. And that is very crucial, because all these things we're saying to get into a new nation, people are not ready. It makes no sense. That is why we're talking about the path to prosperity. And the path is to get the people ready.
Okay.
What we have going for all.
Okay. Remove. Hello. Oh, it's frozen.
One thing Baba says a lot. We're going to get him to talk about is being. I see from wherever you are in the world, it's a new dawn. We have to go past not.
1 second. 1 second. Screen's frozen somewhat. 1 second. I do believe the screen is frozen somewhat. Hello. The screen has frozen somewhat. So 1 second, please. Let me see if I can bring on. I presume, just wait for a second. He'll be back with us. I believe the next speaker should be, let me unpin Professor from the top. Now, I do believe the next speaker should be Dr. Let me just make sure I got this correct. What about, okay, Dr. Okay.
Dr. Akintoye.
1 second, please. Let me just, Dr. Sorry? Could you say that, sir? Who's next?
Dr.
Yes.
Amos Akintoye, I told him to.
Dr. Amos.
Yes, Akintoye.
Okay, beg your pardon. I just bring him on. 1 second, please. Akintoye.
Yeah.
The line went for a second, so I had to try and get something in. But I can't see him on.
As well. You had Akintoye.
I've got him here. I still have him here.
No, you don't. You have Dr. Tola. Look, read carefully, AY.
Yeah. I've got Akobu here as well.
Okay, if you are having trouble finding those people, may I just say one or two things more?
Yes, please.
Yeah. The Yoruba World Congress is not the usual kind of organization that we have in Yoruba land. There are very, very many organizations among us now. And each of them has its own angle to the problem of Yoruba land. But the Yoruba World Congress is attacking the problem in a holistic manner. We are, for instance, planning to establish a leadership school, leadership schooling. The type that Egbe Omodudu were created in 1949, where we will teach our children, our young people, our history, our culture, the way we Yoruba people do things, the way our fathers did things that made us prosper in the past, the way we will do it now to prosper again in our future. We are planning a whole lot of things. We are, for instance, looking at creating Yoruba, what do they call it? Yoruba base information for all Yoruba people. We are trying to create that. We are trying to create a register of Yoruba traders, because the way we are losing hold of our trade in the Southwest, it worries us. So we want to intervene in that direction and help our traders to begin participate more in the trade of our land. So those are the sort of things that Yoruba World Congress is doing, and we are capable of getting them done because there are dedicated people who have given up everything in order to serve the Yoruba nation under the auspices of the Yoruba World Congress. So we are doing a lot, and we are, for instance, also establishing this relationship with our diaspora in a way that no other Yoruba organization has ever done. The Yoruba diaspora is one of the most powerful things now today out of Africa. The Yoruba diaspora. There are millions of our people living in the United States, living in Great Britain, living in Germany, living in China, living in Australia, living in various countries of the world. A few weeks ago, I got a telephone call, because I usually get telephone calls from the diaspora, and I saw the name Papua New Guinea on my phone. So I said, Papua New Guinea. Finally, I got to them, and I said, after they had greeted me, Baba, and so on. So I said, but are you people?
Can you? I'm trying to unmute him. He's not doing it. He has to unmute himself. Hang on.
Are you people?
Yes.
Papua
One second, please.
And they said, yes, we are We are
Okay,
Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
So that is the type of organization that the Yoruba World Congress is. We are looking at the Yoruba nation in totality, and we are attacking the problems scientifically with our education. And we can make the Yoruba nation, we can stand the Yoruba nation back on its feet. Nigeria has dragged us down and pulled us back, but we are going to pull ourselves back up again. That's the purpose of the Yoruba World Congress. Whether we say in Nigeria or we leave Nigeria, we are going to rise up and be a strong nation again. But the best thing would be really to be able to do it on our own turf. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We have on standby Akoguntola and I think Dr.
Yes.
Akintoye. There's some questions here. Let me just ask this very simple one whilst we wait them online. We have in all states, in all Yoruba states, Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Osun, Ekiti. We have state coordinators and presidents there. We also have coordinators in Delta, Kogi, and Kwara State. And I think that answers the question of Tajuddin there. We recognize these Yoruba people outside the Yoruba states, and we recognize our brethren in Benin. We recognize our brethren in Togo. We recognize our brethren in Gambia and Sierra Leone. And indeed, we recognize our brethren in the US and the United Kingdom, whether they are citizens or residents. The essence of what we are doing is to build people first. And we must remember that it's a new dawn. This is the time we want people of ideas and energy to come forward and to see what we can do for ourselves. Akoguntola is live now, so I'll use the floor for him. Welcome, sir.
Hello, good day. I'm happy to be online, and I want to congratulate Secretary General and also Ayo for putting this together. Let me congratulate our great leader, Emeritus Professor Akintoye, for leading us right. There are things he probably won't be able to say about himself, but I think it's important that all of us listening and watching this program should know that he is our indisputable leader. He is the Moses of our time. He came back after 35 years sojourn in the US for the purpose of leading Yoruba out of the mess that we have been pushed into since maybe since 1914. And we also want to say that he is the only leader of the Yoruba race at this point in time. And the Yoruba World Congress is not just an organization, it's not just an amalgamation of Yoruba organizations, it's the organization, it's the umbrella body of all Yoruba in the world. We are talking about almost 400 million Yoruba worldwide. And therefore, it's important for all of us to know, especially those who are seeing him or hearing him for the first time, that is the leader God has chosen for us at this point in time, this critical time in our history, to take us out of the rut that we have been pushed into. Having said so, I want to say that like our leader has said, our right to self-determination is not in dispute, is not in doubt, and we are going to go about it in a very peaceful way. But at the same time, we are going to use all the intellect God has given the Yoruba people to channel maybe civil resistance or whatever other methods that we're going to use. But it's important that we also emphasize that we're not just going to stay like lamb and allow ourselves to be slaughtered. And therefore, the Yoruba World Congress is investing a lot in the security of our people. If we are doing any venture, it's important that when we create our farms, when we create our shops, when we create our investments, that some marauders don't come and destroy them. And therefore, for the Yoruba World Congress, security is key, very, very key. That we will not carry guns, we will not ask our graduates to go into the bush and kill people. Like our leader said, we are very civilized people, and we are going to achieve our goal through the most civilized, through the most sophisticated and of course, intellectually driven method to ensure that we get to the promised land. And it's obvious that if we do a census today or something today, more than 95% of the Yoruba want to have their country as soon as possible. And we are happy that we have a leader who has the courage, who has the stamina, who has the stature, and has the intellectual and international pedigree to fall on. At 85, I want to give kudos to our leader, and I want this assembly meeting today to appreciate and applaud his leadership and give him all the support, and to emphasize that Yoruba leadership is one. Yoruba World Congress is one. And so that is for now. I will answer questions if it's ever be my time to answer questions. Over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Somebody is asking us online. Somebody says that we're being accused of having a Yoruba World Congress meeting in English. Well, my answer is this. We're people that speak more than 3 languages. When the time arises, we shall have a meeting in pure Yoruba language. We don't use the language for the essence of it. For people from various parts of the world. And again,
may I intervene there? May I intervene?
Yes, sir.
May I intervene in this matter of language?
Yes, sir.
Our language is critical to everything that we do. If we let our language perish, our nation perishes. Already, because of our being part of Nigeria, where indigenous cultures are being discouraged, where the government banned the teaching of history, and where people are now telling their children in our own homeland, market women are telling their children, don't speak Yoruba. And where our own scholars of language are telling us that our language could disappear and become extinct before the end of this century. We, Yoruba World Congress, have taken that task on in a big way. We are mobilizing our language scholars, and we are mobilizing our young men in the streets who are interested. And very soon you will see a big program of Yoruba language revival going on all over Yoruba land. We hold meetings and we speak English. That's not of real importance. In a place like this, on a television like this, where there are young people who are scattered all over the world who may not understand Yoruba, it's okay we speak to them in English, but we tell them, Yoruba language is your language, and you must find some way to learn it. Ask your parents to teach it to you in their homes in Australia, in Papua New Guinea, in South Africa, wherever, in China, wherever you live. You children yourself demand to know your language, because that is your language. Very soon, you may have your own country where the only language that will be the official language will be the Yoruba language. If you don't speak that language, then you are discounting yourself. So let us all take it seriously. We are going to revive the Yoruba language. People who are saying the Yoruba language could become extinct by the end of the century, we soon be saying that it is impossible. It cannot become extinct. Thank you.
Okay, we have with us one of the organizers of today that has not been really noticed very much. She's Erelu Titilola Lao. She's joining us from New York in the United States. So let me yield the floor for her to say a few words, and we move into questions and answers.
Where's Dr. Kimba?
I saw you, I didn't see him. That's why I was asking about.
We're trying to find him.
Where's Dr. Kimba?
Yeah. I'm trying to get him. Maybe it's network. Let's call him again.
Maybe he's having a problem with his telephone or something.
Yes. As we wait for him, let's hear Erelu. Let me call Dr. Akimba myself. Erelu, please come.
5 minutes.
Yes,
Hey, why on mute her? I'm calling Dr. Akintoye myself.
Unmute, Arayi. You have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
We have Dr. Akintoye now. But Erelu is not muted. He's muted. Oh, I can't hear you, ma. We can't hear you. I think we have to go to Akintoye's intervention. Hello, Sato. You're on.
Hello, I'm on.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
We're very well, sir. It's breaking. It's breaking up. But Erelu, is Erelu muted? Why? We can't hear her.
The screen is clear here. She's not muted. But let me try again.
No, I mean, we can see her, but we can't
Yeah, we
hear
just
her
can't
voice.
hear her. Can you check? Because it's not muted. Let me just, I'll write to her. Chat. 1 second, please. Keep talking. Please, you keep talking and I'll write to her. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we need to write to her then. Okay. Okay, as we wait for others, let's start entertaining questions. So we can type questions on the Q&A session, and I will pick it up. You can answer them here. Yes, please. So please type in your questions, so we'll pick them up very quickly. Is somebody asking if that is the total of daily time? Yes, it is that Tola Adeni. Is that Koguntola Adeni, one of the leaders? We have your Ola says your surrounding is dark, but I'm sure he can see us. Let's leave the surrounding.
What about Taju, the secretary to the?
He's going to, yes, he's going
You're
to
not
come up soon,
mentioning his
sir.
name. I'm surprised.
He's coming up soon. Send a message up to him. Him and Poloni are the people coming up. There's a question to you, sir. What are our immediate goals? How can we achieve them? That's to the leader.
What's the question?
What are our immediate goals and how can the diaspora rally together for execution?
Yeah. Our immediate goal is to really create strength for the Yoruba World Congress. We need to have the strength to do a lot of the things that we want to do. And that means that we must mobilize our people to support the Yoruba World Congress materially. We need that. And we also want our people to support some specific projects like the language project. Our people, our intellectuals in the area of language are putting together the program now. And I have told them, just put together a viable program. Don't worry about the resources. We will find the money. So when we come to you and we say our language program is going to cost so, and Professor Olagbaja is in charge of it, we want all our people to arise and help that program. Secondly, if we come to you and we say we are starting our Saturday school program, and this is how much it will come for us to run it, we want our people to rise up and help us. In short, the Yoruba World Congress is not going to be asking for just money for money. Give us money. No, we will be putting before you specific programs and be asking you to help us get it done. Some of you from the United States have come to us in the past week to suggest that we should organize a referendum of Yoruba people and ask the question, do you want your own country, yes or no? Yes, we are putting together a committee now from both the diaspora and home to work that out. Then we will know how it's going to be done and how much it's going to cost, and we will then be asking our people to find the money. We Yoruba World Congress are operating on the very definite assurance, on the confidence that there is nothing we will attempt to do that we will not be able to do because of money. It's not going to happen. Already we are seeing signs of it. When we started, our young people said, let's have a secretariat. Organizations in Yoruba land don't have a secretariat. Let's have a secretariat. Then it happened. One of our men, one of our most substantial men, traveled to America. He came back, he called me, said, Professor, Baba, can we see you? I said, okay, you want to come and see me? No, you are younger than I am, you are a bigger man. Let me come and see you. So I went to see him, and he said, I was in America, everybody's talking about Yoruba World Congress, everybody's talking about you. And it will be good for you to have a secretariat so you can reach the people abroad. I said, yes, sir, but you know, the big thing is, I said, okay, go and tell your people to put the idea together. How much money do they need to put it together? I will give all the money. And he gave us the money. And we created a super modern secretariat in Lagos. We call it International Secretariat. Then our people in Ibadan is the center of our political life in Yoruba land. Then our people in Ibadan began to raise the question, you can put a secretariat in Lagos, what about Ibadan? So I said, all right. They started to make a joke about us. They said, we who are in Lagos, we are the Lagos Mafia. So I said, all right, we will help you create Ibadan Mafia. So we needed money to create a secretariat in Ibadan. And lo and behold, the money came. Somebody called me and said, I'm coming. I want to come and see you, sir. What do you want to do? I can help now before I go back again abroad. I said, we have this problem with our Ibadan people. They want a secretariat, and we need a secretariat there. He said, okay, sir, how much do you think it will cost? I said, 5 million, 4 million. And he said, okay, I will come back tomorrow morning. I came back tomorrow morning and gave me the money. And I called the people in my head. I have the money in my hand. I called the secretary. And the boys and girls in the party, I told them, listen, I have the money in my hand. You go and find a good place for a secretariat. Believe me, they've done a gorgeous job of creating a secretariat that is infinitely more beautiful than the International Secretariat in Lagos. So I have come to I think that is God at work. I have come to the very clear perception of Yoruba World Congress as an agency that God has sent to lift the Yoruba people up. There is nothing we want to do that we will not find the resources to do. I believe that now.
Thank you very much, sir.
So wait for us. You will hear about the language program soon. Wait for us, you will hear about the referendum soon.
Do we
Yes.
have international allies? Please, Ibijonke Share.
So we have not been able to get Dr. Kimba. You have not got Irelu from US.
Yeah. What about the?
Erelu's here, but we can't hear her. Erelu's here, but we cannot hear her. We can't hear her, sir. That's
What about
Yes.
what about Princess Moradin? Yes. Princess, the late.
Yes. Let me source that. Okay, I'll source that. Let me
What
source
about
that.
Shola?
And you saw that.
What about Shola?
And also Tajuddin.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Taju. He's not answering his phone, so I'm going to try again. But I'll speak to Princess
Maybe
Modelo.
it's the network. Okay. I've sent Taju a message as well. Maybe
Okay,
it's the
same here.
network.
Same here.
Okay,
Can we get? Can we get? I'll try and put Erelu Emma. Can you Can you talk to us? Can you Hello?
Live now.
She's live, but I can't hear her. I'm too sorry about this. Okay, let me try and find Shola. Yes, I'll get Shola as well. 1 second. I'll get Shola. 1 second.
Is it from your end or from my end? I mean,
No, we can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir. We're talking about Erelu Titilayo Alao. We can't hear them, but everybody's on. Not no one is muted. 1 second.
Well, let's hear who we can hear.
Yeah. 1 second, please. I'm going to try and bring Shola. Shola, what's her name again?
Shola Salako.
That's it. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. I can't see her here.
You can't see her there.
No. I've typed her name, but I can't see it. Shola Salako. No. Right, guys.
Here's the questions about communication. They say, what are we doing to make sure that our information is known across Nigeria and beyond?
Sir, do you want to go for that one? Who would like to ask the question?
Ask Kogun that.
Yes, okay. All right. Sir, I'll put you there forward. Pin video. Sir, what would you like to say on that, sir?
Well, majorly, our leader has been making broadcasts. He's been he's been talking to the public. He's been talking to Nigerians. And what we want to start doing now is organize a lot of interviews, get prominent Yoruba leaders in the country to talk about the way forward. Interviews from Yoruba leaders in commerce, Yoruba leaders in economy, Yoruba leaders in intelligentsia, Yoruba leaders in labor, and so on and so forth. The Yoruba leaders who are ex-military men and so on, as Yoruba leaders who are former heads of service or permanent secretary and so on, prominent Yoruba leaders, and also get younger people among Yoruba people also to grant interviews. Younger people in their 20s and 30s, to start speaking up on what they want and what they want from the Yoruba leadership and what they want for Yoruba as a country on our own. That is going to be alive very, very soon. Interviews, and so on. And that is it. And when we do, like we have town hall meetings, we'll be having meetings as soon as COVID is over. We'll be having meetings in Ibadan. We'll be having meetings all over the place, and even in state capitals, coordinators will also be organizing meetings, and such meetings will be televised, will be properly communicated to all and sundry. So in essence, we're going to ensure that we carry everybody along, but at the same time, we don't want to be frivolous with the use of the media. We don't just want to talk for talking's sake, and we don't want to be seen as people who just make noise.
There's a question for you, sir. It says, what are we doing with the KBCs? What are the involvements of Yoruba KBCs? It's from somebody. Please put your location when you type in your question, so you can have name and location as well when your question comes in. Our involvement with the KBCs, sirs.
Well, I'm sure the leader the KBCs are very much involved. The cabins
Yeah,
are very. That is going to meet them at the
happily, yes, happily. Happily, the Kabiezis are with us. We were not so sure at the beginning that we could get them the way we are getting them now. I do not know of any organization in recent times that our Kabiezi are supporting as much as they are supporting the Yoruba World Congress now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe in the time of Ifawolo, yes, but since then, never. The Yoruba World Congress is, let me tell you, yesterday, 2 of us phoned me to ask me about today's meeting, the meeting we are holding now. Yeah, they wanted to find out whether they could join. These are very high obas. And I said, Kabiyesi, I don't know that we can accommodate a man of your stature in our. No, Kabiyesi, I'm greeting you. Mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ kí ní Kábíyèsí ohun tí mo wà báyìí. Mi ò rò pé a máa lè That's the situation now with us. The Obas. I get calls from. I probably get a call from an Oba per day from all over Yoruba land. People I had never met before, and they want to tell me, Baba Dupe and Kantenshi, Baba Ibaola, they were offering one, but Tabale and Kakiri. So I am now planning a major tour of Yoruba land, just to visit our Obas and let them know we appreciate them. That's all. We have the Obas with us. There is no question about that now in my mind.
Yemisi from Canada wants to know when we can start flying Yoruba flags.
Yes, we are looking at that. We are planning. It is something we are entitled to do. And but we need to plan it very carefully. We are Yoruba. I repeat. When I say we are Yoruba, I mean we have the intellectual wherewithal, and the finesse, and the civilization, the sophistication to do things right, so that nobody is going to come and begin to bother us. We will do it very soon.
Abe from South Africa is asking, how do we handle our politicians towards the creation of a Yoruba republic? He says, well, Yoruba nation. Are they going to sabotage it for their selfish interest?
Well, when God has stretched forth his mighty hand, nobody can bend it back. That's what I say about the coming of the Yoruba nation's sake. God has stretched forth his mighty hand for the Yoruba nation, and nobody can bend it back. I know that there are politicians among us who love the Yoruba nation. I know there are politicians among us who love the Yoruba nation but love their own ambitions more than the Yoruba nation. All of that, when we put it together, I repeat, this is God in action, and nobody can stop
it. That is it, sir.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I think Dr. Akingba is trying to log on. They tell me. Is there any development of that AY? Look for
I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up. Dr. Akingba is trying to log on. Let's do that now. Okay.
Yes, try to see if you can get him.
Yeah, I'll try and do that.
Now, there are some people who help us work on this thing. I don't know why we can't get you, who's one of our UK people online.
Yeah,
Paul Oni.
We need to get Taju.
I've been
I
trying.
think it's a network thing. Yeah. They're trying to get him on there. Representative from Canada, from the USA. We recognize you. We recognize you. From France. Olayinka from France, we know you are there. From California, yes, we see you. Thank you very much. Now here's the question: can you but you didn't put your location though, Abiodun. So do it again with your location so I can read you. From London, where is it? Please let it sink to everyone that no restructuring to the dual nation. Akinwale from London, yes, we read you. Olamigoke from Brazil says, I would like to know the meaning of our two flags.
Our
and the stars on the flags. The stars on the various Yoruba flags. From Brazil, he wants to know the meaning of those stars.
Is there a flag with two stars on it?
Yeah, there are some. Let me answer that. Okay. There is no. The situation of the flag is this, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we have not created. We have not created a Yoruba flag yet.
Yes, exactly.
But there are many. There are many organizations and diaspora groups that have created flags. Yes, there are some of our young people who created a flag about 3 years ago. It's very beautiful. Yes. But we have not adopted one yet.
Thank you very much. There is no official flag, but for the purposes of educating the people asking questions, those who have designed those flags, and there are many of them, it will be right to ask them. Generally, the stars are there to signify the first Yoruba kingdom. But I mean, we can Google to understand it. But there is no official flag. That is the answer.
To assist.
Well, it's work in progress. From Adele Reshegun from Luxembourg is asking, when are we going to request for a referendum?
We have set up a committee on it. It is the committee from now on that will tell us, that will give us the schedule, the timetable, the modalities of it, and so on. And that's not going to come in another week or two. It's a lot of work.
It's work in progress. And work in progress. The people were waiting for luck. We have somebody from Italy. My question is, will it be possible for us to have a nation of our own without violence? I want the leaders to answer this question because it's important
to generate
our mentality.
Yeah, let me, I say at this point in the history of the Yoruba nation, please listen to me carefully about this. Yes. At this point of time in the history of the Yoruba nation, most Yoruba people strongly desire their Yoruba nation self-determination and autonomy, which means country. That is a noble goal. And all of us who are working to get it done are doing it the way the Yoruba people want it. The way the Yoruba people, the true desire of the Yoruba people is noble. It is to make progress towards their nation's goal by peaceful means and by respect to the laws of the Nigerian state and the laws and conventions of the international community. Reaching the goal through such peaceful and law-abiding means is achievable. And the Yoruba nation commands the culture and the human capabilities to achieve it. That is the path that we, the Yoruba World Congress, have chosen in obedience to our people. Our people don't want trouble. They don't want war. They don't want riots in the streets. But may I explain a little more here? Don't think that it is impossible. It is not. Because a lot of people in the world now recognize the rights of indigenous nations to have their own country. The United Nations recognizes it. So even President Buhari, when he was asked at the United Nations in 2016 about the people agitating for Biafra, he answered that if the agitators wanted to be taken seriously, they should establish a political party or organization to promote their demands peacefully, and that if they did that, the Nigerian state would listen to them and talk with them. They don't get that. Internationally, President Buhari was understood to mean that agitation for Biafra was not illegal. But as long as the agitators for Biafra continued to confront the law and order in the land, the government of Nigeria will have no choice other than to send law enforcement against them. Then, a year earlier than that, in 2000 and a year after that, in 2017, when a close friend of mine, Professor Ango Abdullahi, former Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University and a former advisor to the Nigerian federal government, he made the following important statement, quote, if Nigerians are tired of staying together, they should be prepared to accept division instead of remaining in agony and disappointment with one another. Every Nigerian should be able to speak his opinion about the state of the country. And then concerning Nnamdi Kanu, he said, the issue of Biafra is all part of the discussion of Nigeria. Yes, if Biafra means negotiation, yes, it is all a matter of this discussion. If it means Igbo people want to have a country of their own separate from Nigeria, it is a matter for discussion, and we are prepared for the discussion. Then he added, but if it is discovered that the law of the country is being violated, that somebody has gone beyond his fundamental rights, the law is very clear on this. What government is concerned about is that violence was part of Kanu's agitation for the, to realize his dream of Biafra. I think that is what the government is trying to tackle. So listen. So if Kanu is talking about Biafra, he's free to talk about Biafra, and everybody is free to talk about his understanding of the Nigerian state. We are always talking that the Nigerian state is not working, and we are always asking, how can we make it work? If the best option is to call for separate countries, why not? That's Ango Abdullahi. If the best, we Yoruba have decided that the best solution is to call for our own country, or perhaps even for the, or perhaps for even the dissolution of Nigeria, so we can settle it once and for all. That is it. But we, so there is no need for any violence. The road for discussion is already clear. So we just walk that road in a sophisticated manner. We must walk. We, the Yoruba World Congress, will operate with methods of peaceful organization, peaceful demands, peaceful negotiation, peaceful propaganda, and peaceful political persuasion. We will push for negotiating tables. We will never push for street brawls or any kind of conflict. That's it. That's the Yoruba agenda as far as that is concerned. And
thank you.
I might conclude that by saying to our Yoruba people, the Yoruba cause is a just and noble cause. We ask our Yoruba people to have the courage to support these peaceful processes. This is a time to forgive offenses that might linger from the past. It's a time for Yoruba people to dare to take hold of courage and hope. From all that we are seeing, it is obvious that the Almighty God, the creator and ruler of all nations, has great and pleasant changes in store for our Yoruba nation now. And we have good reason. We know the world. We have good reasons to hope that a just world will support and assist our noble cause. That's the message about our nation. We are ready for our nation. We will rise. We are not going to settle the matter of Yoruba nation on the battlefield or in city brawls, city street brawls. No. We will rise from a negotiating table one day and say, praise the Lord, we have our country. That's the way to
go. Ayo, I think, Professor Kila, I think our leader should assure all people listening in this assembly that while we are going to negotiate to live, to take our self-determination, it will not submit the Yoruba nation to people coming to kill, maim, and rape our women while we just stand akimbo. I mean, one of the things that our leader has always told us is that we must defend ourselves at all times. In fact, in his first outing, he assured all the groups, about 100 associations that came to welcome him, that the Yoruba will not be slaughtered like a lamb that tied to the post, that the Yoruba will also have a right to defend themselves on their own land. I think it's important to assure our people that the Yoruba leader...
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chief. That's where we stand. It was our pressurizing and moving that created a significant change in the attitude of our rulers, of our government. The Amatekun project. And we are solidly behind the Amatekun project. And it is going on. It's just this coronavirus disruption that has stopped it. They were already beginning to recruit people. But even without Amatekun, we Yoruba Congress, we already have our own machinery. We don't talk about this. So we have our own machinery. Yoruba people, you would have noticed that less and less of violence is coming to Yoruba land. What they are now doing is trying to the moment's problem is that the Almajiri people who are being taken to their places of origin don't want to be taken. They want their freedom. And so many of them are running southwards. But our governors are doing us a good favor that they have mounted patrols in the borders of our 6 states. And as they come, they are picked up and sent back. We must say thank you to our governors for that. And we, the Yoruba World Congress, are in very close contact with our governors over it. No, we are, at the beginning, we didn't know what was happening. Our people didn't know what was happening. We thought it was just cattle men bringing cattle because there's a drought in the north. But we later knew that it is a plan. It is a planned invasion using the cattle men and accompanying militias. And we have a reason to it. Our people too, in their own, have a reason to it in their own way. The traditional methods of self-defense, of community defense, are being revved up. And already they have created fear in the hearts of many of the Fulani themselves. They themselves have been running back because the thunder and lightning and other types of assault and defense are already going to already operating in our land, and so Amatekun is just going to be the icing on the cake. But we will defend our land. Nobody is going to kill us at all. No Yoruba person will be killed from now on. We have made up our mind, and we have seen 1 or 2 places where it has occurred in recent times. Some place near Ibadan, some place in northern part of Akoko, those states, and so on. I won't say any more about that. Our people are up and ready and vigilant. And our government at last have brought into the vigilance and are doing something. And we are grateful to them.
Okay, thank you very much, sirs. Thank you very much, mothers, our fathers and mothers. Thank you very much. We can stay here forever. Tend to come to an end. And with that, we round up.
I would like to hear the young man, the young man whom I have myself given the assignment of coordinating.
AY, can you get
yeah,
him? AY.
Yeah, we need to hear
Is AY, he's trying to lift him up. I don't know. We were together up last night. Maybe it's network. I don't know what's going on.
What of Dr. Akingba, for God's sake?
And Dr. Akingba too.
Trying to log into. I think it's network. We want any Nigerian that can do a network for us. If you can be the next provider of good internet service, a Yoruba internet service will be great.
Our people were communicating with us
this is a challenge. We must respond to it. This is a challenge. We need a reliable means of mobilizing our people abroad.
Yes. There's a question. We've answered this question, but again, the people of Kwara and Kogi, I think, Baba, you might want to talk about it again. They are fully on our map. Kwara, Kogi, Edo, and Delta.
And Benin Republic.
And Benin Republic.
I have attended many meetings of Yoruba World Congress in Benin Republic.
Yes. They're fully on our map. They're fully there.
I've got TJ now. I think. Let me see. I believe I've got.
You found him. Brilliant. Okay.
Found him. On mute. More.
On mute.
I have to start a video. Okay, so TJ Rahim is on with us. I've just managed to get him. I've just been chasing. Hi, TJ. Can you talk to us? We need to hear from you. We need to see you as well, please.
Can you don't mind. Him on
okay, hold on.
Okay, 1 second. It's gonna try. It's coming on board. 1 second. Let me see if I can bring on.
Planning to see that. Help us together. AY from UK, Erelu from US, Paul Oni from Nigeria. Are we on Cuba? Yes, we are.
He's here. He's here, sir. He's just getting ready.
Yes.
Just give me a few minutes. Professor Kila, could you just tell us a bit more about? Somebody was asking a question about Amotekun and the role of the interaction between Amotekun and Yoruba World Congress. I wonder if you could give us some info on that.
You mean okay. We were in it from the beginning because we were worried about what was
coming on board. Yes,
we were worried about what was happening to our people all over our region, and Kwara and Kogi.
Yeah,
and so the governors yielded to the voice of the people and called meetings and made arrangements and finally launched Amotekun.
Okay,
we were there at the launching of Amotekun.
Okay.
And we are with Amotekun every inch of the way. We are in regular contact with the people who are managing the Amotekun project in every state. So it is coming. It is coming.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I think let me see. There's some questions coming from the live stream. Professor Kila, are we okay to look at them? Professor Kila, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. I'll just pick up 1 or 2 questions from the live stream and see if we can answer them via the live stream. Hang on. Let me see. Is Taju around? Taju, are you ready? Oh, yeah. Tajuddin is ready. We'll come back to the questions later. Tajuddin, welcome on board. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, sir. Thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome. We've been trying to, you're a hard man to catch. We've been trying to catch you, grab a hold of you. We've been trying to, locate you. You seem, you just went off the radar, but glad to have you here.
No, I've never been hard to get. Anything concerning Yoruba and Yoruba World Congress, yes, I'm always there 24/7. So okay, you know where to get me anytime.
Okay. Let's go. I'll hear you now. Sorry, I'm going to pin this video and I'll beg your pardon. I'm just going to bring him on and I'm going to pin him here. Professor Kila, would you like to step in here with questions or anything?
Okay, yes. Let's have the questions. Paulini as well is trying to come in, but the network is not helping us. I don't know why. I want to get Paulini in.
Paulini? Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll look in.
They were together with you in planning all these things, so we get to hear from them. We're still hoping to hear from.
Oh, got it. I got Paulini as well. Oh, we're in business. I got him. He's in now.
Okay.
Promoter panelist is in as well. Let me see. Can I get? Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if
what about Princess Morade?
I'm gonna. Yes, thank you, sir. I'm gonna locate her. I'll locate her.
If she's online, please. Once you hear your name, if you're online, step forward and we can hear you. So if you're online, know you are. So there's this question from Ayola in Toronto. Do you have link with Cuba? And the short answer is yes, but I think Baba should give the longer answer. Do we have links with Cuba?
We have in our planning, we divide the Yoruba diaspora into two. There is the older Yoruba diaspora and the younger Yoruba diaspora. The older Yoruba diaspora is a diaspora that was formed in the slave trade era in the 16th and 17th centuries. And they are the people in Brazil, Cuba, Suriname, all the countries of Central America and the West Indies. So we classify them as the old diaspora and we're in very, very close contact with them. In fact, some of them came on their own a few weeks ago and held a meeting in the international headquarters in Lagos. And that included people from Cuba, from Brazil, from Mexico, from somebody came from Spain, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so we are in contact with them. We are in contact with our older diaspora. And I might say also that we are in contact with the leadership of the Caribbean. I'm in contact with one of their greatest leaders, the son of the great Caribbean leader. What can you remind me, Secretary? The greatest leader here, political leader here. I'm in contact with his son, Julius. He's a doctor. So we are. Are
we talking about
Dr. Julius? Dr. Julius.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Professor Kila. Go ahead.
Gabi.
That's it. Yes. Marcus Gabi.
Yes, I'm talking of Marcus Gabi's youngest son.
Yes.
That's Dr. Julius.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, Julius Gabi. Yeah, we are in contact with our people in the older diaspora. The younger diaspora, of course, is easier to contact, but we must contact both because each has its own particular kind of contribution to make to the Yoruba struggle.
Okay. Sir, I'd like to bring in Tajuddin because you've been asking for him, sir. So I'd like to bring him forward.
Now. Excellent. Okay.
So can we do that? So questions for Tajuddin, should we, or what? How do we go about that?
I think let him talk. Just let him talk.
We just want his voice.
Okay.
Just want him to
So, Tajuddin, the honor is all yours. There you go. The floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, sir. First of all, I want to thank our amiable leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, Moses. And I want to thank every Yoruba World Congress elders that has been working tirelessly to make sure that this program is here today. And of course, our General Secretary, Professor Kila, thank you so much. I've been having a wonderful conversation with him, and it's been very, very, great. Mr. AY.
Yes, sir.
Well done. Very good job.
Thank you.
He's part of our Yoruba World Congress in the UK here.
Yes, indeed.
I want to thank Baba once again for making me the Yoruba World Congress Secretary here in the UK and Europe. I want to thank everyone here that we are working tirelessly, but we cannot do this without some certain personality. First of all, I want to thank Chief Shola Fawemi. That's the younger brother of Gani Fawemi. He has been working behind the scene. And Baba, you know about that many times. He's been calling and we've been working. So many things going on. Chief Odedu as well, on behalf of Chief Odedu. Many more like that. Chief Falashe. Chief Falashe is the Yoruba Elder Forum. And I want to tell each every one of us here today that the Yoruba Elders Forum in the UK, they are 100% behind Yoruba World Congress. So that is a very good, news. With us here in the UK, of course, our Mabel leader, Shola Salako, on behalf of her, I want to thank everyone. Pastor OK is our, man behind the scene. He's doing all the work for us. I want to also thank our Baba Bello, Frank Bello, a outspoken person, even before any one of us came into this struggle. Baba Bello and Baba Ajala, they've been working hard to bring many of us to this realization. I want to thank them all. I want to thank so many Egbe that are in the UK here who are working hand in hand with us here. Number one, Ekiti Parako, Egba, Ijesha, Yoruba Tennis Club. I want us to know that they are really, really behind us. So we need to actually, from Yoruba World Congress in Nigeria, we need to recognize them. So, and next time when we're going to be having this meeting, Chief Falashe will be very, very happy to join us here. But we cannot, complete this without mentioning our very, very important media outlet in the UK that has been bringing Yoruba World Congress, not only in the UK, but all over the world, Heritage. I want to thank him so much because the first time when we will have
it's frozen. Just bear with me. It's frozen. Hopefully, it'll come back. Let's wait for a few minutes. If not, I'll let Professor Kila step in.
No, don't worry, it will come back.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Can we? While we are waiting for him,
yes.
Right? So say that this young man has been unbelievable.
He's back. Okay, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So, AY Citizen, thank you so much for your hard work and everything you've put together to make this meeting come to pass. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank our mommy. I spoke to her yesterday in America. Erelu Eshegonyo. I think we should continue our conversation. Baba Akogun, I met you in Nigeria last year with Baba. If you remember me, when I came to Baba, and then you guys bless me, and then you say, go and make sure that you put Yoruba World Congress, together in the UK. So far, so good. We've been doing the work, and I promise you there's still more work to do. Thank you so much, sir.
You are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed.
Blessed. Thank you very much.
I need to say something to that young man.
Okay, I'll move you across.
When I say God has arisen for the Yoruba nation, this young man is one of the things that I'm talking about. People like him are just popping up everywhere, giving everything, running around. The way this young man goes around, new people to me almost every day, I'm bringing them in. It's unbelievable. Anybody watching would think that he's being paid some huge salary to do it. So, young man, thank you. A few days ago, I thought, okay, we'll make you the interim secretary for now, and then later we'll put ourselves together and get going. But thank you for what you have done for the Yoruba nation. Thank you for what you are doing for the Yoruba World Congress.
Thank you, sir.
I say before your people now, your people who are hearing me now from all over the world, it has been a wonderful thing for the Yoruba nation to have a young man like you in the United States.
Oh, it's frozen. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Professor Kila, what would you like to say? Are we bringing in? Hang on, 1 second.
Paul Oni.
Yes. Okay, I'll do that straight away. You have the floor now, sir. Mr. Paul Oni, you have the floor now, sir.
Yes. Yes, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. I am so pleased and I'm so happy that you can put this together because continue to enable you. AY Citizen, I give it to you. God bless you, sir. Our leader, Professor Akintoye, I am so pleased to see your face. So great, so wonderful. God will give you strength to see this to fruition. Every other person, our SG, God bless you, sir. Professor Kila, God will bless you. Yes, our neighbor that from UK, we are with you. God will continue to give you enablement. I don't want to take much of our time. I greet every other person. I could see Chief Doladini, who has been on and on and on. God bless you, sir. Yes, I just want to, summarize the agitation of our people because there are many platforms here that I'm talking to everybody about and I've brought everybody on the list and I know that they are listening to us. Then the major issue, because I don't want to take much of our time, is that we've been talking, and I thank God that Yoruba World Congress is now active. And that's why I'm so happy to be part of it. We are not acting. So in this line of taking action, we have been asking about amalgamation that was done in 1914. It was given a lifespan of 100 years in that document, which they said we signed to, which we did not sign to. None of our leaders signed it. None of our people signed it. Even our ones did not sign it, and our own did not sign it. Then they say we signed it. Okay, let's assume we signed it. Then the lifespan given to it is 100 years, which expired in 2014. Why can't we now start a case? Especially now we have a strong membership in the UK, and there are some of our people in the Hague. Why can't we go to court and take this document to court? The document has expired. 100 years has elapsed. Why can't we take that document to court so that we can move ahead with what we truly want to do? They give us a constitution, they say we the people. When we didn't sign anything, we are not party to anything. They come here, they take our resources and share it to do whatever they want with it. We cannot be reiterating this. Everybody knows the problem. Let us form a committee also of lawyers. Somebody just talked of Sholafari, who is the junior brother of California. We have many wonderful lawyers. We have the best in the world. Let us take this document to court. It has expired. We never signed it. Even if they say they will sign it, we signed ourselves into slavery. Now it has expired. What can we do to make sure this document that was expired.
All right, thank you. There are many projects that are coming forward before the Yoruba World Congress. One of them is what you are talking about now. One of them is what you are talking about now. If the Yoruba World Congress time to put it together, is a project in progress. It's a project in progress. The power of education is unbelievable. The power of education is unbelievable. And we are having our people coming at this struggle from all sorts of unimaginable directions. The way it is going, there is no way we can lose. There is no way we can fail.
Pauloni, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll see how much to say, but let's just go ahead.
Akiba is on now. We can just go on.
Inbox me.
Can we see Professor Akiba? Professor Akiba, we will not see him. We need to see him, please.
I can't see him. I'm trying to locate him. What is his Zoom name? Anybody know?
Amos Akiba.
Amos. Okay, let me try that.
There is no N. Akiba.
Akiba. Okay.
Yes.
Pauloni, please inbox me.
Yes.
No, it's not there. There's nothing here, I'm afraid. There's nothing here. I'd like him to be here. I want him to be here. If anybody knows the name that he's using, please just tell us so I can put him on, because I'm keen to.
Let me try to reach him and get back to you.
Sorry?
Let me try to reach him and get back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Let me see. Anybody else I want to bring on? I'm trying to bring Erolu, can you talk? Erolu, can you talk to us at all? Any joy with the mute? We're trying to bring you on. No noise. Oh, it's such a shame. We need to hear from her, but I can't find her. Okay. 1 second. I'm just trying to do something. We'd like to. I'm also trying to bring on board Princess Moradeon. So just give me a minute. Professor Kila, can you just anchor whilst I try and sort that out, please? Professor Kila.
All right, that's fine. Do what you have.
Dr. Kickback will be there now.
Not yet.
Yes, not trying to find him. He's trying to find him. He will get him. He will come on board.
If I can find his name, you can.
There are people asking for specific things. Now, a good way to go ahead to go to our website and send in your inputs, question, comments, and suggestions. We have a whole lot of people working on issues. It's a very big task we have at hand, and there is space for more people. So if you get in touch with your specific area of interest or concern, we shall be happy to have you on board and work with you. Expansion of chapters and branches.
Yeah. Oh, it's frozen. Okay, I'll step in. Anybody want to? There is a question here. Let me see. 1 second, please. Sir, whilst we wait for Professor Kila to come back, let me just ask a question. I'll pose the question to our esteemed leader, Professor Akintoye. Sir, a caller asked a question. They asked a question. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Caller asked a question. He said, I don't know. Well, it's a bit of a double-edged word. They're saying, do Actually, no, I can't ask you that part of the question. Let me ask the second part of it. The second part of the question is about the governors. What steps can the governors should be really getting behind yourself? What steps can we take to make sure that the governors of all the southwestern states get behind you as our leader? And are there steps in place for that kind of thing to happen? That was the question that was put to me. The first half of the question, you can't answer it because it's somebody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's something we need to do, but it's not really getting behind us or coming along with us.
Yes.
It's a fight for our nation, and they are holding important elements of power that none of us holds. Only the 6 of them hold that element of power, executive power over the life of our people. But I think gradually they are recognizing that this Yoruba World Congress is not just another organization. It's an organization that pull the Yoruba nation out of the mess that it is in now. And we are very serious. We're very dedicated. We're careful people. They will work with us by and by. For now, they are young men. They are still playing the big men. They are the governor, Your Excellency, and so on. But by and by, they will know that in the interest of our people, we have to work with them. I believe that will soon come. I believe it is already beginning to come. I'm already hearing echoes of it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'll bring your board.
I think there is a mantra that we need to keep reminding ourselves. Actually, when we say it's a new dawn, this is a new kind of organization. Let us, from today, embrace the idea that we are all builders of this new Yoruba nation, this new dawn. It is not a place where somebody stays behind and point fingers and ask questions. Bring your suggestions. Nobody is in charge of everything for everybody. We are all builders. A little bit of brick, a little bit of sand, and that is how we're going to build this great new world. So please, we have technology on our side. An email is on everybody's phone, a WhatsApp message, and suggestions, contributions are all welcome. We've spent a lot of time together. It's over 2.5 hours. We've been together. I think this is a very great meeting, historical by all purposes. And it's a start. We have had over 20 countries. We started by 18. We've moved beyond 20 countries now that have participated from across all continents. Once again, a very big thank you to all those who made today possible. And the conversation continues. It continues with our email on our website. Everybody has the right and the duty to contribute to this great march.
Allow me to interject here a special thanks to Citizen AY. Look, my son, you've done us proud. And may God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir. I shame going, sir. I shame going.
I your citizen. I give it to you. I don't know that you are this handsome.
So thank you very much, everybody. Let us use our technology, website, email, WhatsApp, send in your ideas, send in your comments, and let us build together. Thank you very much to our leaders. Prof Akintoye, your leadership, thank you very much. Akoguntola Adeni, thank you very much. Dr. Mozakira, we thank you. AY, our planners, TJ, Erelu, Pauloni, big thank you very much. God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless Yoruba land. Goodbye.
Before we go, sir, can we just, I'd love to sing this song. Can we sing Oduduwa anthem at all?
Okay.
Can we do that? Because I'm happy to do so. Can we do that? Tell him I'm Joe. Hey. Okay, oh yeah, I'm a better bye. Àṣebáyé. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa. Kágbéga, kágbéga, kágbéga fáyé rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́.
Hello? Great. No, I'm saying I'm hearing the music. I'm hearing the anthem. That's all. No, he's playing anthem. I wonder. Let me mute it, Abi. Hello? You out of the place, are you? Let me mute myself.
Thank you all so much.
Okay. I think we gotta go ahead.
Bye to everybody. Bye.
But I'm still hearing bye. I hope they won't be hearing us.
Yeah, I can hear you. Bye.
Let me